Alrighty, what up guys? It's Sensei MacGod back with some more Planet Crafters. So we're just gonna hop right in guys and just get straight to it. We left off, we are working our way towards lakes from liquid water. We're making progress. That's about all I can say for the moment because we last episode we kind of got started into this phase, and it's going to take a little while guys as these we get further and further into our terraformation process. Everything's just going to take that much more time because the process is just going to get more and more complicated, right? It's just going to get more and more. And again, like I said, we'll probably have a bunch of bases all around the place, but my goal for this playthrough specifically is, especially because this is really my first time playing this game, is just to kind of have fun. I'm a bit of a base builder. As a game player, I love my base building. And you're going to find that out. You probably kind of already guessed that to some extent if you've hung around or watched any of the previous videos. And so you're going to see a lot of base building with me. But I promise you, for all the time I spend base building, I'm also still trying to work on things that need to get done to advance the gameplay, obviously. Like, that's the whole point. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't. Like, I'm still a completionist at heart, and I love my gameplay. So let's grab a few things here and kind of just get things started here. One of the things I do want to do, this is to take some time to, I don't know, say, like, what I want to do is I want to get these flower spreader created. But to do that, so our goal, I think, for this time on, is our end goal here, at least, I don't know how long this will take. We're gonna make a flower spread. We're gonna make a few flower spreaders, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna make enough flower spreaders to put all of these flowers that I have here into one of these flower spreaders and put them out there. Because I think what happens is you have to put a flower in here, and then it grows the flower out there in the wild, right? Maybe, I don't know if the game mechanics are that evolved that we can actually, like, then, like, grow the flower and repick it, or pick multiples of it and get more golden seed out of that, or more Nulna, or more Tusca. That'd be pretty freaking cool, wouldn't it? But to do that, we gotta first figure out some things, like we have to figure out how to make fertilizer. Similarly, we have another side project that we'll probably work on in conjunction with this, which is to make a tier 2 nuclear reactor. The biggest challenges here for this one obviously are going to be the nuclear rods, the uranium rods. We have one. Unfortunately, at the moment, guys, we have one. At least at this location. Now, at the other locations back at my home base, which is a bit of a trip, we might have more. However, I can't remember off the top of my head. Maybe one of you guys does, or maybe one of you guys just finished watching one of my other videos and like, yeah, you put one in one of your lockers, you goof. Yeah, that's probably true. I do tend to forget stuff like that pretty easily. Yeah. So anyway, so like I was saying, so let me just drop back down here and get on the ground. As a side project, we're also going to be working on uranium rods, but to build one of these, we also have to build, be able to make a bag of explosive powder, it looks like. And to do that, I think what these two projects have in common here is that I think you have to be able that those two things are made in the biolab. I don't know that for certain. Like I said, I'm brand new to this game. I haven't really played this game before. I played just enough before I started my very first episode to really kind of like get the controls down, so I wasn't fumbling around. But I think I have to build a biolab first, and as a side project of that as well, I want to make sure we build this properly, so I want to also build a biodome alongside it. So one of the first thing we're going to do is to go get ourselves some super alloy. So we're going to go load up on supplies and materials, water, whatnot, and just kind of make an expedition. We're doing pretty good on our, like, consumption of food, right? Like, our food goes down fairly slowly enough that we can make fairly lengthy trips without having to worry about food. The thing I worry about is water and air. Those are the two big ones for me. Like, I run out of those all the time. I'm constantly having to, like, rush to get a thing made. So, yeah, so we're just going to kind of take a little extra with us this time and hopefully not die. But we are going to hedge our bets here. We'll take enough titanium, iron, and silicone to make a small compartment for ourselves and the door to get in, so that if we need to jump in there for air and recharge our oxygen, we can 100%. From there, like I said, the other thing, let me think here. Part of our project, do we need any, how much aluminum do we need? We need some for that, some for that. Do you need any for this? Not really, and none for that. Okay, but we do need aluminum for we do already actually have enough, more than enough aluminum, obviously, but you never have too much, question mark? Right, guys? I mean, back me up here. Alright, awesome. So, but this area seems to be pretty rich in aluminum, so I feel like if we drop an ore extractor here at some point, maybe we can make farm this area for aluminum. Mine the aluminum out of this area. You know what I'm saying, guys? We'll just get it going. It'll be good. Okay, so like I was saying before, we did find an area. Wait, are those empty? Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Earlier, right, we did find an area. We found, well, for one, we found a golden chest right around here. We did find a path through this cliffside here earlier somewhere that took us to an area that had a uranium mine, if you remember. And as a result, I want to try to find that again. Here we go. This looks right. I want to try to find that area again, because if we can find it, then we can grab a bunch of uranium, and hopefully we can get enough to make at least one more uranium rod, if not two. I'm not going to be overly optimistic on this one, guys. I'm hoping for one. One is enough, right? Like, let's not be too greedy, I guess. But if we can at least get one out of this, it would be wonderful. So that's objective number one. So let's do this just to set ourselves up on the right path here. We'll build our cabin right here, because we're going to spend some time kind of getting used to this, exploring this, getting to understand what we found here, because we didn't have a lot of time to really get a look at it previously. So I really kind of want to see how big is this uranium mine, and how much can we squeeze this for. Hopefully there's a good amount of uranium in here, guys, because I would love if we could get 2 full rods out of this. It would solve one of our big project problems for this episode. Yeah, so anyway, let's I haven't yet decided, by the way, where we're going to build the biolab or the biodome. I don't know if we're going to build it back at our starter base, or if we're going to build it on the cliffside base, on the clifftop base, but we'll figure that out once we actually have all the materials together, because we are missing 2 big pieces. Both of these require 3 pieces of super alloy, and unfortunately I don't have enough of any single resource on hand at any given time to be able to comfortably say, yeah, let's we're fine to like use one of everything. At least not yet, to make 3 super alloys, right? So turn on our flashlight. It's a little dark in here despite the green glow. The green glow is nice though, kind of Christmassy. Like if all you hung at Christmas was green strands of light, this is what I would imagine that room would look like, right? Like if you shut off all the lights and all you had on was the Christmas strands and they were all green lights, I feel like this is what that looks like. I'll get some water in us. We rehydrate here. Nice. Alright. Keep it going, guys. I feel like we're getting a good amount of uranium out of this. Let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 already. That's 10 is 9 is needed for a single rod. So we have 3 extra pieces now, and we are full, by the way. So let's there's 2 pieces in there. That's helpful. You know what we're gonna do? Because I hate wasting resources, and this might seem like a waste of resources to somebody out there, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't mind. I like it. I like some windows in my buildings. Alright, that freed up some space for us here. Now, so let's head back in. I'm just gonna grab as much uranium as we can find. Alright, we got everything over here. We'll leave the rest of that in there for right now. I'm not gonna worry about it. Grab that. Grab me that. Yes, yes. Give me all the uranium. Let's just hope, guys, that by what year did my original message in my drop pod say it was? I think it said 3058. Let's hope by 3058 humanity has cured cancer, because that much exposure to raw uranium can't be good for your health, guys. It just can't. Looks like we have about 20 pieces now, so that's more than enough for both rods, which is, again, like I said, fantastic, because now we don't even have to worry. We can make both rods right away, and we'll just put them away. Once they're made, we can put them back in a locker and just leave them to hang out until we are ready to build our reactor. I know we could easily just take these and probably, build build 3 tier 1s. But I just kind of want to illustrate this real quick. Like, so we build a tier 1, right? And it's 86.5 energy per second, which is great and all. That's fine. But this is 331.5 energy per second. I mean, do the math. I think it's worth it. I think you get more bang for your buck and less trouble by doing it this way. Alright, we have 2 extra leftover pieces of uranium alloy, uranium ore. Let's do this real quick. Can we just compress some of this? Yep, okay, cool. What did we do? Did we have more? Alright, cool. Alright, so put the raw ore over there and put the rods over here. Despite the fact that, that kind of means we don't have all of our iridium in one place, but I can live with that. What did I say we needed for an ore extractor previously? Super alloy, titanium, and an iridium rod. So let's do this. Yeah? Thinking here, guys, sorry. The only thing we don't have is the titanium. But I'm leery to waste all these extras on just making super alloy like that, man. It's just, oof. Feels wrong. We do need to gather some titanium, though. we need to keep some on hand. So let's do that. We'll fly back over to the base, run back over maybe, and we'll drop off this titanium. Maybe, I don't know. Let's make a little trip and we'll see if we can't find some super alloy, and then if we really can't, you know, I'll make one. It's fine, right? It'll be fine. I'll make one now. Oh, it felt so bad to do it that way. But it is what it is. So like that. No, wait, hang on. Actually, give me that back. What did I say? Aluminum and titanium. Aluminum. We could take that piece of titanium with us, and now we have enough materials to set up an ore extractor if we want to. Right, guys? Which will be handy, I think. I think that will be very good for us to keep on hand. We can find maybe, like, I don't know if you can extract out all the ores. What is this? Open debris. This looks like an old satellite. Okay. We're just gonna leave that for now. I feel like I should have looked in there much later in the game. That feels like something you're supposed to find later, but that's okay. A big cache of stuff in there, man. Seems like it's too good to be true, almost. Seems a little too good to be true. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's see here. Let's see. We still haven't properly explored that base over there. That's by the because you can kind of see it over there in the distance, guys. That right over there, the base that was clearly built at the foot of that structure. Definitely want to look into that at some point, but not this moment. I don't think that's our priority just yet. What's down here? Something down here. Something back there. Melts at 45. We're not there yet. We're just not there yet, guys. But try to keep this one in mind. Although I kind of wonder if all that ice melts, is it gonna create a mess and flood that cave? Is it gonna make it hard to get down there later? I also just realized something, guys. I forgot to include enough materials to build a cabin in case we need to take shelter real quick, so we do need to run around real quick and gather up those materials, because I don't want to have to run all the way back here or fly all the way back here if I die and have to go back to my nearest save point, which in this case I think is all the way back at my cliffside cabin. So a little bit of silicone would be perfect right about now. There we go. I'll grab one extra piece of iron just in case I'm off on my count. There's so much space on this map, guys. There's so much space to just explore. Just everywhere, everything, all the time. And we're only seeing a small piece of it as we even run and walk around. There's so much to do on this, so much to do, so much to find. Oh, what's that down there? Hello. What do we have here? Okay. Looks like somebody's been here before. What is this? Fancy. Got some resources here though. Ooh, super alloy. Hello, I'll take that. Fertilizer. Guys, we have fertilizer. All of that. Yes. You know what? Give me that water. I'll take a drink of that. Thank you. Let's see what this says. Message. It's been 6 months since the crash and I'm barely surviving. My main goal is to build a rocket and leave this place forever. This planet is cursed. I can feel it. I'll have to go back to the crash site. I think there was a secret room in the control bay. A deconstructible wall somewhere near the main screens, but it's been a while and I can hardly remember. 3038. Eichless? Eichless? Interesting, guys. Interesting. We're not the first people. Obviously, we knew that, though, right? We knew that. We knew we weren't the first, obviously. But, we found, evidence to prove that point, you know? We found evidence showing that we are very clearly not the first people to reside on this planet, to be here. I mean, that's kind of cool. Neat little... We'll have to track that down. It sounds like one of these, he's a survivor of one of these crash sites, so we're gonna have to maybe look into that a little bit. What is this? A multiplier fuse for oxygen. Okay. We'll figure that out later. We're full, unfortunately, right now. I hate that we're full already. We hardly even got anywhere, but we did get some super alloy, and that was one of the things we came out here to try to find, right? We did find super alloy. That was one of our objectives, and so partial win, although we did not get nearly as much super alloy as we need, you know, so we need more. We're gonna have to go back out, but we found some interesting stuff, some useful stuff, and I think it's worth a trip back to drop some of this off and make sure we secure our loot, guys. So let's go do that real quick. We'll just pop into our little base over here, and then we'll be back at it. I need to build stairs. I'm tired of jumping up that thing. Throw that one in there. Sort and organize for me. Just touch, please and thank you. Oh, gosh, I feel like I'm gonna have to start building more. Alright, put that back. Gosh, I am fast running out of space. So let's do this. Let's do this. I don't know. Like that, I guess. Yeah, sounds good. Seems good. We have 3 super alloys, so we could build one of those buildings right this second. Obviously, we could do that, potentially. Let's put the fuse in there. I'm not really sure what else to do with it. Put these extra waters in there for right now. And we'll drop the sulfur we got in there as well. We're going to want some of that back, obviously, so we can build our shelters. But we do have one thing we need to do. We want to utilize... Oh my gosh, that was loud, guys. What the... Alright. Not sure why that was so loud. Map info rocket, huh? That's interesting. Wonder what that's about. Do we have anything new that I haven't noticed yet? I'm notorious for missing stuff that's new. Overlooking the obvious here. So we'll probably have to go look at our launch platform to see what that's about, but that's new though. That's definitely new, guys, and we definitely want to look into that. For right now though, let's think about this a minute here. So we have the necessary stuff to build a biolab here, right? So we could potentially do that right now. Now, what does that look like is the question. Okay. That's interesting. Not what I expected, but it's definitely something. Let's grab a little bit of iron here. We're gonna build some. I know it's not technically necessary to do this, but I like things to look like they make sense. Me personally, that's just a me thing. You guys don't have to agree with me. I'm me, you're you. Feel free. Whatever. All right. Yep. And yep. And so we have, more or less, we have that supported fairly decently. Yep, okay, so I'm happy with that, I'm content. So we have a biolab, guys. Now, the question is how right was I? Problem is now my thing is in the way of one of the entries. Doorways, so we gotta move it a little bit over so it corresponds to this this here pillar, the support structure here, because I don't want that stuff in the way of my my biolab. Yeah. Are we growing anything over here? No. Okay. We need to be growing. Squash is I don't know. I feel like squash is good. Squash has got good substance and substantial good food. So let's take a look at our biolab, guys. Alright, sulfur and iridium. 2 sulfur and 1 iridium. So let's try that out, I guess. Let's see here. 2 sulfur and 1 iridium. Where did I put all my extra? Oh, it's right there. Duh, you dummy. Alright, and it just makes it. Oh, wow. Ain't that something? We have 3 water. We need a super alloy. So I know I said I wasn't gonna do this, but you know what? Forget it. Forget it, guys. Forget about it. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna do it. 3. Yep. Because this is one of our big checkpoints here, right? We get this done right here, right now. Alright, so question is, where do we want to put this? It's a big boy. It's a big boy. To be sure. Right? To be fair. It's kind of big. Kinda wanna put this down there. Maybe? I don't know. Alright, and that is giving us, turn off my flashlight so I can see. That's given us 331.5 kilowatts to work with. So if we head back up the hill here, pick up this titanium, that silicone, a little more magnesium. Can never just go anywhere, guys. I have to stop and pick up everything I see along the way, right? But we'll get there. Iron. There we go. Got back some of my materials from making that super alloy. That's what that is, guys. Can I make another super alloy with all that? I could if I sacrifice another piece of uranium, aluminum, and cobalt. Wonderful. Okay. And you know what? Just because I'm different, I'm going to drop that like that. I'm going to fill back up. We're at 57.79. So how are we doing on power? I have the power. What did I say that thing gave off? It gave us 331.5 and we're at 356. Wow, we didn't have a lot of power before that, guys. Look at this. 5 wind turbines gives us 6 kilowatts. 8 T1 solar panels gives us just 52 kilowatts. The 11 tier 2 solar panels gives us 214. The 4 tier 1s gave us 346 kilowatts. By comparison, this single tier 2 gave us 331.5. Almost as much as all these tier 4s together, guys. That is so worth it. It's so worth it. So worth it. You get no argument from me. But that is our tier 2 nuclear reactor done. So that project is done. We got the biolab built, so we now can build Arguably, we could. Well, we have an advantage here, right? We got very very fortunate. We found a bag of fertilizer while we were out wandering around, so we kind of can already build our flower spreader and at least test it out and see what it's like. That being said, like, I feel a little cheated. I kind of feel a little cheated having the project taken from me like that, right? I mean, come on. I was so close. Give me that. Yep. Alright. So we can build this. Let's go out this way just a little bit here. Come on. Alright, so I want you to cover, I don't know, I guess any area is as good as the next. So let's just put it here. Throw that golden seed in there. 600% oxygen. It gives us 1.16 parts per trillion per second. And a 600% multiplier on top of that. So whatever that is. Only 28.8 kilowatts of energy consumed, and it gives us 11.04 grams per second of plant growth, of biomass plant growth. Growth is 32%, looks like. Oh wow, you can kind of see it. Look at that. Look at that little thing. Ain't that something? It's got a pretty decent spread here. Look at this. It covers a nice little patch of land. Not bad. Not bad at all. I find it interesting that we're already creating biomass on a plant before we even have proper lakes. I find that so freaking interesting, man. Alright, I'm tired of this. Oh, one piece of iron. Perfect. We may make this a U-shaped thing. Like, I have this vision in my head. Like, I kind of want to... I had this thought a little bit ago while I was kind of out running some errands today, guys. And I had a thought, okay? Hear me out on this. Hear me out. I want to build our final, like, home, right? The base we're going to call home for this playthrough. The final one. The actual proper base. I think we're going to let's build it on top of one of the lakes once they're full, right? Let's do that. Why not? And it'll make it so easy because what we can do is we can build a platform underneath it. A big old platform over top of the water. Sorry, guys. Build a big old platform over top of the water, and then kind of build the buildings on top of that, maybe. And that's what we do. That's the thought in the back of my head. Like, I think that would be very successful. We need super alloy, aluminum, osmium, and 2 osmium. Give me 2 aluminum, 2 osmium, one of those, one of those. And I think with that being said, we can make... Alright, we have enough for the, give me all this. Why is all this in a different cabinet from the rest of their stuff? Probably overflow, I guess. Put the osmium back, you dummy. Alright, cool. So that's that. Do we have any food on us right now? We do not, so let's grab some food. Let's organize our inventory here. And we will have to decide on our next project, guys, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of feel like our project's kind of got ripped out from under us. Ew. It's a nasty feeling. We need to build more heaters, though. I do feel like we need more heaters. So why don't we just pop a heater down, maybe? hate taking up too much storage space in these rooms though, but you know, let's maybe do that. Okay, this building's gonna have to expand. I think this is gonna be our biolab from now on. So this location here, overlooking the, what I'm gonna call the aluminum flats. I really want to call them the salt flats, but I'm gonna call them the aluminum plains. Yeah, that sounds really good. The aluminum plains. Sounds nice. Got a ring to it, right? The aluminum plains, whatever this thing is. This is going to be our bio lab, so all of our bio research is going to be done here. So we're still going to build a biodome, guys. We built the bio lab, now we have to build the biodome. So for that we need Lerma seeds, which I think we have, titanium, cut that out. 2 titanium, 2 cobalt, aluminum, and we need 2 more super alloy just to get this baby off the ground. But the big problem is obviously that super alloy. But I have a plan. So we found that one area that was like a rat spawn of like a maze or whatever. But we found super alloy up there at the top, right? And I think that might be a place we can go and, you know, just kind of like hunt around and maybe hunt and peck and find some super alloy. If we can do that, then we might be in business. We can also try throwing down an ore extractor while we're over there, see what we get out of the ground. Maybe we can get super alloy. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Somebody was out there, and that's not how it works, doofus. And I'm like, meh. Well, we'll find out to be sure. We'll find out for sure soon enough. But the only way to learn is to do sometimes. I don't have anybody around I can ask, so let's keep pushing. My peoples. And yes, I know I have a bad habit of picking up resources along the way, but it kind of slows me down. But you die a couple dozen times and then see how you feel about not having enough resources on hand. Yeah, I've actually only died like once or twice maybe at best. I don't know. One of those was because I accidentally went AFK. And the other one was my own stupidity. Because I wasn't paying attention to my my water gauge, my hydration gauge. Alright. Let's see here. Some aluminum up here. Always take more of that. Yes, please. Yes, please. Alright. What else we got? Can I get some, So I know for a fact that last time we found super alloy, it was not down here on the ground. Obviously, it was not down here. It was up there, guys. So we need to find a way to get up there. And I think the best way to do that, if I remember correctly, was to go to the center. And then from there, there's some super alloy right there. Wah wah. I hate to leave all this behind. Let's just grab it and go. We'll destroy that chest because we don't want to come back and like think we haven't been here before. And I do think those chests are great. Getting rid of the chests is a great way to, you know, kind of show that we've been this direction already. I'm gonna try wandering until my hydration level says it's low, and then I'm gonna immediately stop and build. There it is. Just as I say it. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. Alright. I can't worry about whether it looks right or not because it's floating above the ground. Gotta get in there. Normally I'd hate to do that because it feels so unrealistic, but you know what? It is what it is. I don't want to die like that. If we wander around enough, we might end up just coming across a chest that has a bunch of super alloy in it. Can I just get like, is that a thing? Can I just like stumble across a chest like a minor miracle and get a bunch of super alloy out of that bad boy? How cool would that be? How cool would that be? I'd be quite happy with that. Quite content, in fact. There's a chest over here. Maybe it's got some super alloy in it. It does not. It does not. So yeah. Big old fail. Dreaming too big, my friend. We're dreaming too big on that one. I just got a feeling we're dreaming a little too big for that to have actually happen. That'd be to take some minor miracles or some crap. I don't know. I know we're supposed to be over there looking, guys, but I'm looking, just kind of just poking around over here. Trying to see if I see anything. There's our original landing spot zone. That's handy, right? Always top up our oxygen while we're here. And we totally disassembled that crap. Yay! Yeah, so earlier, one of the reasons I'm kind of over here is I'm looking for something I thought I saw previously when we wandered through this area before, guys. I thought I saw a ladder sticking up out of the ground, and I thought maybe it was another one of those underground bunkers like we've seen over there, wherever that was a little bit ago. I was just kind of curious because, well, seems like there's a story here, and I kind of want to see where it takes us. So that's kind of why I'm out wandering about. I know it's kind of a waste of time, and I'm kind of off task here. Here it is. Here it is. I knew it. I knew it. I don't think it was this one though, because I don't think I made it over this far. You know what? Actually, I think I was over at those. I think that's the where I found that super alloy mine, maybe. Or is that it up there? No. So it was from the. So that's the iridium mine, right? And I was headed towards the super alloy mine over here, I think, and I think I found it. I think I saw it. Why? I just wandered by. So there's that. Ooh, tight in here. All right. Let's get a look. Some lerma seeds. Does that take up all our space? It does. Okay. But, okay. We got kind of hit the jackpot here. Once again, we have stumbled on fortune, guys. Alright, what's this message say? Our ship crashed on this planet for an unknown reason. Many of us died upon impact. Some died on the surface. I'm the only one left. I've tried to survive, but this land is too hostile. My health is deteriorating. I'm going outside one last time to try and find some water. Iclus. The year is 3037. Wasn't that the name of the guy who left that other message at that other bunker way over there somewhere? Is that the same guy? I think it is. Somebody let me know if I'm wrong, but seems like it's the same guy. Oh, he must have found some water if he was able to build another bunker and leave another message at some point in there, right? I mean, clearly he didn't die. So but he you know, we crash landed here and the current year is like 3058 or 3059 depending on the calendar. And so what that tells me, guys, is he was here quite a while ago. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I do want to take the opportunity, since I'm happen to be over here, and we happen to be right here at this super alloy, where we found all that super alloy, just inside here. I do want to slap this down and just see, hey, if we try to extract ore out of this ground, are we gonna get super alloy maybe? Iron, but maybe. So does that mean we're not gonna get super alloy? Well, shoot. I was kind of hoping we'd be able to get a steady supply of super alloy somehow, but it doesn't seem like that's possible. So we might just have to collect random resources and make it. So maybe for now, what do I need to make the extractor? Super alloy. I'll drop these off here, leave those there, pick up. I know I'm leaving a piece of super alloy behind, guys. I get it, I do. But I'm taking enough iron to build a bunker for myself if I need to. But I'm gonna leave the rest of that there just in case I need it later for building stuff. The other thing I need to think about is those seeds that I left in there. Or wherever I put those. Oh, did I leave them in the building? Yeah, I did. Alright, let's go back to that bunker down there, guys, over there. And let's have another look in that locker, because we left a lot of good stuff in there, especially the super alloys. And we need those. So, well, we set out to get super alloy, and we definitely found some super alloy. It's not a supply of it, it's not steady, nor is it consistent, but we found enough to build what we need to build for now. And that's good. Sort of. Should be right over here somewhere, I would say. Not entirely certain. Ah, yep, here we go. Man, you could lose these things all too easily. Alright. Can we fit everything in our inventory? We cannot, as usual. Go figure, guys. We're always one spot short. But I'm kind of curious now about this Eichless fella. Like, what's his story, man? What's up with that dude? I feel like we've done the full circuit. Like, we came all the way around there, came through there, came out here, wandered across, came down here, went all the way up there, and now we're coming back across this way. We're doing the full marathon, guys. All 26 miles of it. Well, you'd think if, you know, by the time we colonize other planets in space, you know, I don't know if running is going to be a popular sport anymore. Hopefully we're not that lazy, but you never know. Anything interesting over here? Got some aluminum. Inventory's full. Doesn't matter what we got right in front of us if our inventory's full, guys. Alright. Whoa. Come on. Pay attention where we're flying here. Pay attention where we're flying. Alright, here we go. Don't know where this pops us out at, but... Oh, perfect. There's the aluminum plane. Is that what I said earlier? The aluminum planes? Is that floating? Alrighty. Duly noted. There's water. It's a lake. It's a proper lake, guys. It's deep enough to be a lake. Or a super large swimming pool, one of the two. But it's definitely a lake. It's lake water. There you have it. We could actually probably put down, I saw some things in there, algae generators. We need an eggplant for that and some magnesium, but go figure. We also need a super alloy. Are we gonna have enough super alloy for everything, guys, at this rate? We're not. We're never gonna have enough super alloy for anything. Oh boy. I just looked at our oxygen, guys, and we're starting to get low, so we're gonna use the jetpack to see if we can't make up the distance, and hopefully we don't have to throw down a temp shelter just when we're this close to our base. You know what I'm saying? I just would rather not. But I also don't want to kill myself doing this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna jetpack up the side here. Run over, jetpack up. Boom, we're in. Alright, phew. Phew, we made it. We made it, guys. Alright, so now time to do some base expansion again, guys. Okay. Okay, you get out of my way. Get out of my way. Yeesh. Is it because of the door? Perhaps? Perhaps. When did we get a jet rocket engine? Okay, what does that look like? Give me that. Looks like it should sag and break off. That's what it looks like. That is not holding up anything. It's not even connected. What the deuce? Can we maybe make this work, guys? Oh well, okay, whatever. It doesn't seem like this building likes to connect to other things, so it's just gonna be free floating. I can't do anything about that. Now here's the real problem. How do we get back? Where do we build a door to get back into this our base as a whole? I kind of wish we could connect these two. I don't want to have to walk out and oh wait, what's the deal here? What the deuce, guys? Did we do something wrong? I thought we connected this to the main building, but if we didn't. We might have Houston, we have a problem. Okay, let's put our normal fracking hell. Fracking A, man, fracking A. Alright, let's try this a different way maybe. Drop this bad boy on the roof. Or you know what? Better idea, better idea, better idea. Okay. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Maybe like that. Yes. Do we like that? How's that look? Kind of looks like somebody wearing a hat, but at the same time, I'm not going to complain too much. Kind of nice. Kind of like it, guys. Don't like that it hangs so far over, though. That's not something I like. Alright, let's try this. Like this, maybe? How far over are we hanging? A lot. Okay. So, a little bit further back in. But we're definitely in the area, in the ballpark here, guys. We're definitely in the ballpark. Like, I'd like it to... That's not bad. That's not terrible. That's not terrible at all. And if we put the... We put a indoor stair, which we need a cobalt for. Like that. Here, maybe? Let's see how this looks. Where are we coming up at? Just off one of the gates. I'd like it to have been here, but I think that's open space outdoors. So that's okay-ish. But this puts it in a corner, somewhat out of the way of the main operations of our biolab, but also brings us up out of the way of, you know, the actual biodome itself and allows us to like come up and not like. I'm imagining a world, guys, in which we actually have other people here to help us run this place. We're not doing everything ourselves, and we would put the ladder somewhere where we climb up and not get in everybody else's way. Like that's what I imagine when I'm playing. So this is a new, actually, this biomass, what do you call this? A progression tree, I guess, is a new opportunities for us. So at 80 kilograms, at 80 tons, or I guess, we will unlock beehives. At 25 kilograms of biomass, which is just around the corner, we're going to unlock that T2 algae generator, which might actually be a better investment, because you realize every upgrade on machine has been a bit better than the previous, right? So why would we do a tier 1 when we can do a tier 2, even if it's more complicated, right? I think it's worth the investment. Let's check on our power supply. We're at 273. We were at 356. So those two things definitely took up some power for us here, but not so bad. Not so bad at all. At 100 MPa, which we're at 9.86, we'll get gas extractors. At 12 whatever, we're going to get the tier 2 biodome, which generates tree bark. It's interesting. That's also going to go here, guys, because like I said, this is going to be our biolab, right? So we definitely need to do some expanding. That's what that tells me. We need to get lots of stuff, and we need to expand because we're going to have room to plop down a biodome, a tier 2 biodome. We also might turn this one. I don't know. Because if we expand out this way, and then we put the biodome parallel to this one so that they're connected, right? That might be convenient. But I also want to expand the base structure underneath because I don't want us hanging in midair. Like, that's a pet peeve of mine. I don't think it looks good. Iron. Let's get some more titanium. Do we have more iron for ourselves here? Do we have more? Well, we're using a lot of iron building these freaking cabinets, man. On a side note to this, since I just thought about it, that oxygen fuse we found, multiplier fuse, right? We found our. So I was looking at these things that we unlock, right? And I noticed this as I was unlocking stuff. I noticed that we so at 50 MTI on the terraformation progression scale for blueprints, we have lake water collector, which means we can collect and filter water from water surfaces. So like the atmospheric collector, it probably provides us with a set amount of like water containers, whatever they're called in the game. So it gives us water containers, right? It gives us probably more water containers and produces them more quickly. That's the idea, I think. Next to that, right after that, at 70 MTI, we get something called a machine optimizer, and it says this: find and insert fuses into this to boost the performance of nearby machines. So that unlocks at 70, and so I think what that does is that if you put it down, what I think that means, right, is I think if you put it down next to, say, like, I don't know, for instance, like this heater, the heater over here, right, and you have, no, I think what it has to have, it said something about inserting fuses, right? And it says insert fuses. So what I think has to happen is you have to find the right fuses. You have to have the right fuses. Find, get, buy, have, steal, whatever. You have to get the right fuses, and we currently have an oxygen multiplier fuse. So what that would do is we could take it and so we have those veggie tubes, right? And we have this oxygen, this thing over here for generating oxygen. we could plop that down next to this, next to some veggie tubes, and we would get, it would increase our oxygen production, right? For some of the machines around, other machines around it. I think that's how that works. That's just my guess. We're at 100% growth, by the way. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. We're at 100% growth on the flower spreader, by the way, if you're wondering. So that's looking pretty good. We haven't actually looked at like how we're doing on the progression scales. Not really. I mean, I've sat there and looked at other stuff, but we don't actually have the screen up here, do we? But we are at 76% of lakes. That's pretty good. We just unlocked that tier 2 algae thingy. Let's talk about Earth. Ooh, give me that. Tier 2 jetpack just unlocked, guys, thanks to that that little thing we got earlier. So we need osmium, aluminum, and sulfur. We can build this right now, guys. We can build this right now. Sulfur, osmium, aluminum. Put some on this back, man. We don't need all this stuff. What don't we have? Alright. Perf. Let's go. Let's go, guys. We now have a tier 2 jetpack. What suit am I wearing? Oh, right, that Robin's Egg blue color suit thingy that I found earlier. Yeah, that. We're wearing that. Okay. Makes sense. How are we doing on squash? Alright, take the squash out. Let's do beans. I like beans more. Just me. Well, squash gives you a good bit of health, man. Oh boy. We have 2 more Lerma seeds, so we could arguably make some more biodomes. But since we know that we have a tier 2 biodome coming up in the future, I'm going to guess that we need some of that for the future. And so we also have these Tusca seeds, right? So, and we had a bunch of veggie tubes over at the other base, and here's my thought, guys. Let's make a run back to the other base. We'll kind of check things out along the way. We're gonna go through the canyon, through the canyon over here, and just see how things have changed. But oh wow, look at this, guys. We have liquid water coming up around the this thing over here. This this arch thing. That's new. That is new. That is definitely new. Like, that was not there before, right? I'm not making that up. Like, I didn't just miss that, did I? Alright, we have enough to do those 2 things, so we're good. We're good. Had to check. But it looks like, I don't know what it is, man. That's what I want to know. I have this little mini base over here. I kind of keep forgetting this is here. Did we have anything in here? We do. Quite a bit in here. Probably could just... We could disassemble this and build it up over there. The thing I have about that, right, is that we, what we're going to do is we're going to drop these 3 in there. We're not going to change our plans, guys. We're not going to change our plans at all. Like, at all. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to head back to our main base. As I said before. And just we're gonna head back to the main base here in a sec, and then we're going to fascinating. And from there we're going to see about getting see what we have on hand in terms of materials, and then see about figuring out what's changed over in that area. As we get closer to lakes, I feel like the terrain's definitely going to continue to change on us, so we definitely need to keep an eye on things. Just, I don't want our base suddenly being underwater and us coming back to it and be like, oh crap, that's not good. Right? Because I don't know what all this is going to look like soon, but as you can see, I mean, look at that, with the thing over there. I mean, that thing, there wasn't a lake there before, now there is. That says a lot, guys. By itself, right? Still pretty dry down here, though. But comparatively, still dry. But out of curiosity, right? Out of curiosity, how are we looking over here? We still got a base over there. We built a while back. Still got some iridium in there. I can see it in there. Definitely come back that way and get some more iridium here in the near future. I do wonder, like the other place, we don't have the stuff to build a ore extractor right now, guys. But maybe in the future we'll try to plop down an ore extractor and see if we can't get some iridium out of the ground here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But for now, try as best we can with my scatterbrain to stay on task. We're gonna stop off here real quick. Just take inventory, just see what's in here. Got some more food in here though. We're gonna have to eventually collect all these effigies and put them all in place, but for now, what's the best move here? I think we put the Nulna in there. Maybe just store that away for right now. I mean, it's a bit of a waste, but oh no. We take that out for sure. Because it's a 0 multiplier. We stick that in there, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna take these Tuska seeds. One of the things we're gonna do once we get back to base is kind of just take the Tuska seeds. How does this do for food? Okay, it doesn't really give me an idea since we're already pretty full, so, but at least we're completely full now, to be certain. What was that? Oh, just the rock face, okay. Okay, that was a little chaotic. Ooh, no, okay. Maybe walk up. Maybe just walk up for once, yeah? A little ice. It's kind of redundant at this point. Kind of feels a little redundant, but, you know, like I said, I truly do think that there's going to come a point where we're going to be like, there's no ice here. There's no ice that for us to melt anymore. Yeah, so remember that conversation I was just having about ice melt? Remember all that ice, guys? Here it is. Here it is. I called it. For sure. So yeah, it looks like all of our ice is melted or melting, one of those two, whichever you prefer. But so that's something. Man, it just makes it. You can also realize that because everything's melting now, stuff that was exposed before because it was not underwater is going to be harder to find because it might be underwater going forward, right? Like this chest is now probably, by the time we get back here, again, is probably might very well maybe underwater. I don't know. It's kind of why I'm taking a moment to kind of just look around on it while we make our way slowly back over. But see, like there's probably a cave over there or something like that. I think there's a cave over there we probably definitely need to explore. Probably definitely mixed signals here, if you guys can't tell. Yeah, but see, like we're already God, that is loud. Scares the poop out of me. But yeah, like, so we just unlocked that tier 2 biodome, and that's a hefty order. 2 fertilizer, 2 bacteria, and some sulfur on top of the super alloy that we need to build it. So that's going to take us some time, guys. I don't even know what the recipe is for fertilizer, much less bacteria. Oh boy. I don't have any cows to poop at the field to just make magic fertilizer for me yet. So, here we go. That's a thing. Squishy. Alright, what's over there? Guess not. Man, these caves just run all over the place. There's a rat swarming of caves down here, man. Give me a piece of paper and a pencil, man. I'll map these out in no time, but like this? Nah. This will take forever. Looks like we found that one before, maybe. It's gonna come up near that. Yeah, okay. Okay. I see you. What's back here? Is there anything back here? Looks like a bunch of rocks, guys. What does this say? Can be destroyed with explosives. Okay. That's interesting. We've seen that before, though. I think we've seen that before. So maybe not as interesting as I think it is, but I do vaguely remember seeing that before. There's another one of our outposts. I'm just gonna interchangeably refer to these things as outposts and bases, just because that wind is just tearing it up. I say too much sometimes, but let's see here. What's in here? Our Tuska seed, some more uranium, some aluminum, some iridium. Yeah, pretty good stuff. But we don't have any room on board for that. Thankfully, our base is right here, so that's good. Let's just pop over here real quick. Get that out. No, hang on. We gotta make room. Take that out, put that in. We want to, you know what, let's just make this easy for ourselves. So, poking about like that. Let's drop off a bunch of our stuff. Ice away. Now, where are we storing the high value stuff lately? So we have all these iridium rods. Yeah, see, we have all these iridium rods. We need a locker just for the clothes, dude. Get a locker just for clothes. What's up here? What's up here? Let's take a look here. So we're at 22,449.68 parts per quadrillion, and our total oxygen production is 19.51 parts per billion. Heat, we're at 1,738.8, and total 12.44. Pressure 1305.6, total 11.12, and our biomass 11.5 grams, total 33.66 grams. That seems like very low for if we're producing. Well, I guess. Well, what? Yeah, it's probably about right. Total on our terraformation index, 43.2.3 MTI, and we are 85% of the way to lakes. I kind of want to just push through to play, to see it through, guys. At this point. These flower pots that we've had unlocked for a while now require magnesium, cobalt, and fertilizer. Where did I store the silicone? Ah, right there. Okay. Do I have a storage unit for it? You know what? We might take that out. We still don't have enough room for all the... So yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to take all this out. We're going to get rid of this existing storage unit because we have outgrown those little tiny ones. And we're going to build ourselves a bigger, better storage unit. What the... Did I not put... Okay, fine. Whatever. 2, 3, 4. You know what, since they're all cloth, let's just put our... Yeah, like that. Grab those out. And take all this out. Or not. Let's put it all back. Like that, I guess. And then I'd really rather, you know... Yeah, we're just gonna have to keep building a bit more storage. I think that's gonna give us 2 more. I hate being disorganized in games like this because it's so hard to find stuff when you're disorganized. There we go. And actually what we'll do, I know I just took all that out, but put all that in, but where did I... There it is. One short. So we have 2 rods. There we go. There's that, and we'll throw the bioplastic nuggets and that stuff in there until we're ready for it. Let's fill up on food and water for right at the moment. And we are going to... We need fertilizer again to do another one of those, unfortunately. So, no more of those for right now. What did these take? Lerma seeds? Okay. So those must be the equivalent of grass seeds, essentially. I'm going to take some of these out and just put the higher quality production value item in there, just to maximize our oxygen production as much as possible, since until we are able to build more of those flower spreaders. That's the word I'm looking for, flower spreaders, right? So we'll do that for now. It'll be our kind of our intermediate solution. We're gonna need super alloy. We probably should just keep that on us. We might need that bioplastic nugget for something or other. Like, yeah, see, even to get the algae going, we need that you know, we shouldn't have eaten that eggplant. Dang it. What's it take to aluminum, iron, and water? I know we have aluminum, we have iron, and we can either make or get some water real quickly. Let's pull and plop down another one of these bad boys. This one's gonna grow us an eggplant. As long as I don't forget that that's what I'm trying to do between now and the time I actually find the seeds again. Eggplant, there we go. Pop that in there. we'll hang out in this area for just a little while, guys, until we have the resources we need, the eggplant and all that stuff. We need to start getting our algae production ramped up here. We need another bioplastic nugget, a bag of fertilizer, some magnesium, and some water. I'm kind of feeling like to do that though. Let me just double check where we're at on the numbers. We're at 89. We're almost to 90. Almost to 90%, which is good. But in the meantime, there's my ladder. It's not ever where I expect it to be. Like, I know I'm the one that put it there, but at the same time, like, normally I would not put that there. Normally it's at the corner of a room, not in the dead center. So I'm not looking for where I think it should be. I'm looking for where I think my brain normally says it should be. If that makes any sense. Oh, looky here, guys. Like I said, as the ice melts, you know, more and more of these areas are going to fill up with water. So it's going to make searching some of these areas harder and harder. But it's also going to mean more opportunities to find some really cool stuff that we might not have found before. Some caves are unlocked that we might not have came across before. Potentially. Look at all this stuff, man. This is a mineable resource, so we might as well pick some of it up and we'll throw it in a locker, I guess, and see what comes of it later. For now, it doesn't have to do anything. Just because we're collecting a resource for now, guys, doesn't mean we have to do anything with it right away. Obviously, some of this stuff might just be stuff that is needed later in the game. Like, it's projects that we have to tackle down the road, obviously. It's entirely a possibility. We're going to be okay with that. Alright, let's get ourselves going here. Little iron there. Titanium over there. Some iron maybe. Some more titanium. Some more titanium, man. Do we have... Okay. I'm walking past all this stuff, not realizing that we don't have the stuff to save our own butt if we start running low on oxygen. We still ain't in the oxygen infinity zone, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? We crazy. Walking around without the proper amount of iron to save our own keisters. Alright. Now we just need one more piece of iron and we should be okay. We can save ourselves. More silicone there. Is that iron? Heck yeah. Cobalt. Oh, cobalt there? Cobalt action? Something over here. Some way back. Whoa. Wait, I know this green glow. Uranium. We found another source of uranium, guys. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Finding all the goodies. So there's a ramp up here. It takes us upward instead of down through the valley. Well, let's just pop our head up, see what we see. There's a chest or something up here. Don't know. There's a path back, goes back along the ridge here. Looks like it leads us to an entrance to a cave back here. Different type of quartz. Quasar quartz, guys. Quasar quartz. We need to get some oxygen for ourselves first before we deal with this. It's very kind of a greeny color. I don't know what to characterize as that. It's kind of hard for my eyes to tell. It looks yellow, but it might be green. I'm not really sure. There's one easy way to find out. It's a green color. Okay, cool. That's neat. That's definitely neat. Do we just want to get as much of this as we can right now? Maybe. I don't know if it does us any good, but or what it's for, but maybe we just grab as much of it as we can since we're here. Even if it means we have to cut our trip short, we can still grab a bit of it. Head out. We'll just keep it back of our heads. Oh, there's a chest right there. And there's a uranium rod, some food, water, uranium rod, and those are probably the big ticket items. We're already pretty close to max capacity on our inventory, so we're gonna head back. Drop all this off, possibly have to build more container storage for ourselves, and then we will see where we're at in terms of our progression. Like I said, we probably could plop down some more drills. We probably could plop down. We've done some stuff to optimize our oxygen production to some extent without having to build excess stuff that we really don't want to build just yet. That said, oh, that's where the rest of the bioplastic nuggets went. Okay, I see. That does leave us with a bit of a quandary. Okay, so we're just gonna put this over here for right now, so we can get this mess sorted. Actually, that goes in there properly. Maybe what we do here, alright, is we we'll just pop all this in here too. Yeah, like that. That's a solution, right? That's a solution. But this does answer one of our problems. So we have enough bioplastic nuggets now to build two of these algae generator thingies, or four of the small ones if we want to go that route. I kind of like the idea of the big one. I feel like it's just better. I don't know why, I just feel like it's better. So yeah, so I was kind of hoping we'd just stumble across another pack of fertilizer at some point here, but maybe we're not that lucky. Who knows? I'm half tempted to go back to the biolab and find out what we need for fertilizer. I just wish it weren't such a trip, man. There's so many resources that are stuck between these two buildings, two locations, and I wish it weren't such a freaking trip, man. Speaking of which, just out of curiosity, I thought I saw, yeah, that thing, a teleporter. Teleports you between places. 25 GTI. We are nowhere near that. So let's do what we can, I guess. I guess what we do for now is we grow the eggplants, we build the we get the magnesium, we use the bioplastic to build a couple of small tier 1 generators thingies. Yeah, those things. Magnesium. How much super oil are we rocking around with? We're rocking around with enough to build 2 of these. So all we really need, ever needed at all, was the there's a couple of eggplants, man. So in the meantime, while we're waiting on that to finish cooking, is there anything else we can do? We can obviously build some more tier 3 heaters potentially, speed up the heat and the drilling. How are we doing? Let's play around with that idea for a hot second here. So we need 2. We have everything we need to build another drill. So let's just go out here and build another drill. Not the worst idea in the world, right? Not the worst idea in the world, guys. So let's just plop down another drill. Go back over here somewhere. Yep, just like that. We can check on our very first ever ore extractor platform. Pull some of those resources out, and we'll go organize those real quick in our storage. I know somebody's probably like, this is the most boring gameplay, watching him do storage organization, but you know what? You be me. You'll lose everything in a heartbeat if you don't. Alright, titanium goes over here. Oops. And we're out of space. Yeah. Grab me one of those. I know I said I didn't like the small lockers, my friends, but every once in a while, there's a use for them. In this case, these just happens to be, you know, us not having to, like, deal with trying to work around a locker full of ice. So, like that. That's our reserve locker of ice in case we need to build, like, for some reason, unknown reason, we have to build, like, tier 1, something that requires us to use ice to build, and we can't find ice. It's a backup plan, basically. So, as I said, I can't imagine any of this stuff takes bioplastic, would it? Is there a possibility that that's a thing? Eggplant. We just need an eggplant, man. One eggplant just to get this a whirl. The other problem with this is here again. Ideally, what we would do is we're going to take the eggplants and we're going to go head over to the to our base over there by the biolabs, and because there's a lake there, we can plop these down in the water there, let the algae grow, and because we're centrally located by our biolab, whatever we need algae for, and I'm going to assume we're going to need it to create something here in our biolab, it will already be there. You know, we're going to try to do as much maximization of effort as we can here. I really hate in other words, I just hate making trips back and forth for no freaking reason. Anyway, that's that. Let's pop back up here and see how we're doing. 97.3. We're closing in. We're almost to the lakes, guys. They're coming. They're coming. Sooner rather than later. As evidenced by the river now flowing through our backyard. That is crystal clear glacier water down there, guys. Crystal clear blue glacier water. Of course, it's probably only partly blue because of the... whatever, it doesn't matter. But that is glacial water. Probably freezing cold. If we weren't wearing a suit, we'd probably have to be worried about hypothermia, but we are wearing a spacesuit. Or whatever this thing is. It's waterproof because we haven't drowned inside our own suit yet, so that's all that matters. Yeah. Yeah. It'd be nice to put in some extra windows, though, if I do say so myself. These things are kind of in the way as well, so at some point these are probably going to get moved over there somewhere by the atmospheric collector thingy. that being said, speaking of atmosphere collector, we're low on water, so we definitely need to like try to keep on top of that as best we can. The thing that just blows my mind sometimes with this game, is that despite how hard you work, right, you still end up getting moments where you're just like, oh, that finished and we never weren't informed. I see. Like, you can blow past a stage and never get a notification about it. There's not like trumpets or anything that go off or whatnot. No, it just happens, and then you're done. There was one other thing we could do while we're here. We'll get a message. To whoever receives this, I'm a plant crafter, sent to Magoria 3. The Magoria 3 planet. If you've received this, it means you are near. Maybe you are a planet crafter as well. The weather is atrocious and I'm running out of resources. There's not enough on this barren world to terraform it. I don't know why I chose this. Death would have been more pleasant than this. If anyone can send me help, please do. 3058. I never really got a chance. So we are a convict though. What is our serial number? We are convict GP8971L-L. That is from convict GP8971-Y. Wow. Sucks to be that guy. Well, regardless, would it be such a letdown if I just stood here and stared at the screen until it hit 100% on lakes, just to see what it ticks over to? I'm kind of curious what the next stage after lakes is. That's the only reason I'm like so set on seeing this transition. Check on our power supply real quick. We're still got 249 extra units of power, kilowatts of power to use. We're good here. We're all caught up on our messages. We got the, yeah, see here. This one from the 6 months and then the one from the crash site, which is near where our starting point was, right? 0.10% left. We're there, boys. We're there. Everybody, we made it. We also just unlocked the lake water collectors. So we're at lake stage. That's our current stage. We are currently working towards the moss stage. So I'm assuming we're going to see moss start to spread out all over the planet like a feral plague of, moss. Whatever. You know what I mean. Don't judge me. So anyway, guys, that is going to be it for us for today, and we just got our eggplant. So next time, since we did get our eggplant, we are going to head back over to the biolab. We are going to build a tier 1 algae generator because we are just not ready for the tier 2 one quite yet. We're gonna, maybe before we plop this tier 1 one down, we're gonna we'll at least take a look and see what the recipe for fertilizer requires. If we can manage it, maybe we just go straight for the tier 2, but if we can't, we're not going to lose any sleep over. We're going to go for that tier 1. To be certain, guys. To be certain. So, but that's for next time, and this is Sensei Mad Guy signing off. Y'all take care, drink some water, get some sleep, have some fun. We'll see y'all later. Ciao for now.